Yep, we start recording now. Okay, we'll continue with the share of the screen again. Okay, so there is harmonic scanner here where you can learn all the patterns that the harmonic scanner give you. And it also teaches you the entry and how to use the harmonic scanner. It teaches you quite a bit. And what I always advise, the last one, hold on, this. Okay, so you can do the market geometry as well, where the CEO himself, where the CEO himself teaches us how to go use the trend and everything. If everybody can go through all that, it's really good. It would teach you as well where to get into a trade and where to exit a trade, and when the trend is also changing. So it teaches you quite a bit. And the videos are like 1 hour, 45 minutes to 50 minutes, and it's very, very good information if everybody can go through that. This platform got very good education. If all of us uses it, we will multiply our money very good. So let me jump on the harmonic scanner. Does everybody know how to get to harmonic scanner? Quickly on the chat box. Yep, only one yes. Okay, yep. It's okay, 2 yeses. So, okay, on your back office, where you get your swipe trades, daily swings, and Iml Academy, you just click on the fifth one where harmonic scanner is. So when you can download it on your computer. On the Mac, it's quite complicated. I don't really have it. I do have it. Yes, I do have it. Yeah, I have it on my computer, but I don't really use it as much. But it is quite nice to use it on your computer because it gives you an alert when a new trade comes in, when a new scan comes in. So if everybody who wants to use it, the harmonic scanner on the computer can have that because they give you an alert. Like it's not the same as sketching, but it pops up on your screen. If you're all day at home or whatever, it pops up on the screen. So yeah, I don't really use it as much, but it gives you more of the recent trades, which is quite nice because if you use it this way, you have to come and scan it yourself most of the time. So you to connect, you just go on there and then so even before I go into the harmonic scanner itself, what I will also suggest people to do is go on your Iml Academy, iMarkets Live TV, go on English, and then look at the schedule. And if you can watch this man, Jean-Marc, he teaches a lot about the harmonic scanner. He's on Mondays and Saturdays. He's very good. And the other man that you can watch if you really want to get into the harmonic scanner, if you can watch this man as well. He also teaches, it's a web analyzer as well, but it's not web analyzer, web scanner. Means he teaches the harmonic scanner. If you can listen between the two and then you see which one resonates with you more. So yeah, he is very good. You can watch his sessions twice or you can just watch the recordings. So basically what I'm going to go through today, I'm going to go through basically it's like four rules. And I think till everybody maybe get consistent with these rules, every time if I'm going to do a training, I'm going to do more of these 4 rules till everybody get confident and comfortable with. These rules were taught by a man called Jade Rich. He used to be educator as well on Iml TV, but he's not on there anymore. But the rules are quite good and quite simple to remember. It's quite they are more like the Darwin 4 rules. I mean, something you have to remember if you want to be an expert in using the harmonic scanner and want to multiply your money. So first rule, okay, fine. On the harmonic scanner, you look at here, there's broker's name. If any of the brokers here is one of the rules that you use, then if it is one of the brokers you use, sorry, I don't know, there's there was quite an annoying noise there. So if it is hot forex, if you use hot forex, you can do your analysis more on that, because it will give you exactly what you're going to be using on your phone. If you use XM, if you use JFX, you can use one of their, but it doesn't really matter. But these are just brokers. So this is where you look at the most recent one. Most of the time when you just lock in, then the newest trade will be on there. But you can always scan from anyone. So if you are a short-term trader, you can click on the 15 minutes one, and you can scan on there. So what did I write here? The most trades that you can take here, just look for the ones you see here. Say Godly, Bat, Shark. If you look for a pattern that shows more.
Hello?
Okay, I thought somebody wanted to say something. So you can see here it's Godly, Bat, Shark. So look for the one that shows up more. Those are more, there will be more entries on those. See, like Bat is quite few, or crap here is quite few. Like at the minute here, if you click on the chart, it might give you a good entry as well. So, so the first rule is to scan the market and then look for the patterns that pops out often. Okay? And the second rule is to look at the RSI, look for the diversion. And the third rule, look for highs and lows. And the fourth rule is just to draw the support and resistance to get you a perfect entry. Okay, so I'm gonna go through all that rules right now. So what we're gonna use on here, well, I'm gonna use some of these trend lines. What I'm gonna use is the horizontal and the trend line and the arrow. So, okay. Normally what I do, change the color here, make it a bit thicker. So I draw from X and D. Okay, one other thing I didn't go through. So when the X and the D is underneath, that's a buy. And when the X and the D is above, that would be a sell. The harmonic scanner always have a stop loss, an entry, and take profit, 1, 2, 3. So the third one, it's more like a high risk. If you want to wait till that long, because we always never know how far the trade can go. So for newbies, I will always suggest to go for like 10 pips from your entry, or go for the take profit 1. And you can twin trade them, and then you can have a target of the day, how many pips you want. Okay, what you want me to say? Could you say that again, please, guys? Okay. So as a buy, the X, you see this X here, and the D should be below. and that will tell you, or that will show you that this is a buy. So the entry, it gives you a stop loss and an entry. Take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 3. Does that answer you? I hope it does.
Pardon?
No, somebody did ask a question. I hope I did answer that. Okay, all right. Okay, I will repeat that again before we finish anyway. Okay, so, and I will repeat the same thing again. I will draw a vertical line there and another one here. This is a second rule now, yeah? Draw the lines. You don't have to draw the lines. It just makes it more visible for what you are doing till you are consistent and your eyes now can pick up all these things perfectly. So, and then what else will I use? I will use the arrow. You can use a trend line if you like. I always change the color to red just for my eyes to make it more visible. So I draw the line there, and then I would do the same underneath here. So because it's a buy, and then I draw this line underneath, on the other side, I will do the same. If it allows me, I will draw the same. So basically, most of the time when you draw this line, you draw it where it stops. You see where your line is, where the D is. Let me quickly do this. Sorry, guys. Hope I'll make sense in a minute. So when you are drawing this line, so you have drawn this, what you call that line now? It's a vertical. Yeah, when you draw the vertical lines, and now you have drawn this arrow thing where you have to end it where the, you see the arrow side there? Where it stops, that's where you will take it. You won't take it up to there or anything like that. You take it there on beneath. So on the arrow side here, it's still violet because it only broke through 1 and 2. But if it have broken through 4 or 5 times, that is not a good trade at all. It won't even reach take profit 1, or it will be just quite a risky trade. Or it's one of those trades that you get in, but you will have to watch it. So that's the second rule. You have the lines, when on the RSI line and the line on the harmonic scanner here, they have to go the opposite. At the minute, Edward, I'm going to target you. What do you think about this trade? Do you reckon there's a diversion or not? Ed?
Oh man, don't start. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I'm listening.
What do you think? That would be a good trade or not a good trade?
What's getting to this one, yeah?
Yeah, to look at the diversion.
It would not be, no, it'll still be, but not as good because already now later on it's already hit the entry price.
Yeah, no. If it, let's not look at the
okay.
one at the minute, just to see like if we could have went in or not.
Went in or not. No, it wouldn't be a good trade.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So there is that point to look at that to see if the trade is good or not good at all. But then we can also find another way to get into a trade as well, where we will be drawing the support and resistance, and then we can end up getting a trade out of that. And not a perfect entry, but a good entry, which can be like 95% accurate. So when we can see these lines at the minute, they look like they are going the same direction. That's why we think that it's not a good trade to get into. But if you are a risky trader, you can jump in, make your quick pips out of that. It won't hurt, but it will hurt your bank account. Okay, so this is where we will draw the support and resistance line. We look at the high and lows. This is the third rule. You look for the highs and lows. So the lows, when you look for the lows you'll be looking at the red candlestick. When you are looking for a buy, you look for the red candlesticks. That's where you will draw your support and resistance line. But when you are going into a sell, you look for the blue candles. That would be from the from the top. So how you will draw these lines? It will be you go on here again, look for the horizontal line, get the color again, make it thicker. I like to make it thicker. So you look at the past. Now you look from X, when you are drawing these lines, you look from X to there. You are not looking at the, sorry guys. Okay, you look at the past. You are not looking at the future at the minute, and you are not looking at the harmonic scanner when you are drawing these lines, okay? So I will make the line a little bigger so that I can look. So when you are drawing this line, you look for the red. So you see where the red, the last red, it is there. So you draw that line there, and then you have to look for another red if you find one. But when you're drawing these lines, the candle you are gonna draw a line on, it shouldn't be touching the take profit, and it should also not be touching the stop loss. So here right now, most of these, okay, there is another one here. There's this one here. So you draw your line there, that red one. And then we can find another one. So if you can see here, there's the red one here. That red one have touched the take profit one, and it also have touched the stop loss. So I'm not going to look at that candle. We are looking for the lows at the minute so that we can find an entry. So this one have touched the stop loss. We won't look at that one. The only one that I can see as well is this one. So we will draw that. We draw a line there. So we got 1, 2, 3 support line here. Okay. Normally you can draw about up to 4 or 5 if you see them. But so far, these are the only one. There's this one, that one. Okay, this one haven't touched the, but it's quite far away, but we can still draw it. That, there. There are 2 basically, yeah. So now after this, you can go back to here and we'll find a little highlight. 1 minute if I can find a highlight. Can highlight something here. I don't know, does it make sense, guys? Or not yet?
Can't see nothing.
No. I mean, what I've been talking about right now, does it make sense or not at all?
It's,
complicated. I think we're going to have to repeat it again and again and again so that you can...
Yeah, we'll get it as we go, we'll get it. It's a matter of repeating, learning.
Yeah.
We'll get it.
Yeah, so the more we do this, we'll repeat it, and we end up knowing what we are doing. So, okay, so I took this triangle, triangle
What
here.
little Pakistani? Why are you airing me for, you little Paki?
So I took that horizontal
Huh?
triangle. I highlight here.
Yeah, I'm on group chat right now, fam. I'm seeing you like cuss. You black fucking scum.
Okay, somebody's talking and a bit swearing there. I don't know if it is appropriate. Sorry guys, why is this repeating?
Sure.
Okay, so here where I draw the rectangle here, that you can enter anytime on those. Do you guys know why do you think it's a good entry there? In the chat box? Hello everybody. Anyone? Oh, it looks like I'm talking to myself. Anyway, so
No, okay. No, I'm on the phone, so I can hardly see the good diagram. I think I will have to go on it next time, you know.
Yeah, I need to speak to someone who's investigating Pat Freeman.
yeah, Edward, it hit the pending order, but you can still enter. Because you know why I say you can still enter here. All these we were looking at the past. So you know, like in Forex, most of the time, past repeat itself. And that's why we are drawing this support and resistance. Okay. So as I was saying, this candle, and because we are looking at the red candles now, because we want to get into a buy. So we have looked at that line there of that candle. It rests there, it rests there, it rests here. So I'm not tempted with this one very much, this big candle here or this one, but it can still be a good entry because it haven't touched the stop loss. And then we have looked at this one. It haven't touched the take profit and is far away from the stop loss as well. So you can, when you draw these lines, the support and resistance line, you can mark it as a queued. You don't really have to do the pending order also as a buy limit at all here. So you could have been late thinking like, oh, I am late or whatever. But then if you draw these lines, you know you are in the perfect timing to get into it. But because of this line is very close to the stop loss, you can just do an entry there from where they put an entry, and then you can just enter there. But this line, the one I have drawn here, it haven't hit the stop loss. Means it is still good to enter the trade. But for newbies, I will say, I don't understand. Hold on. I don't understand the three lines. Are they support? Yes, they are the support from the past. Yes, you draw whatever time frame you want to trade. If you want to trade the 1 hour, 4 hour, 15 minutes, you can draw this line. It just gives you an entry because so many times it's not all the time that you will come to a harmonic scanner and you get this entry perfectly. So you have to find a way to get into a trade, which is still a good timing to get into a trade, because you can be too late to get by that green line. So if you have drawn this line, it shows it's still safe to get in. But if you come into the harmonic scanner and then the candles are already here, so that is not really a good trade. There is a possibility it can turn around quickly back and then you lose your money. So this can be the good trade. Oh yeah, one other thing I forgot to say is like when it hits the D, you know, this candle hits the D. 1 minute, let me quickly read. How do you draw the lines from? Okay. You can just see how many candles, you know, you go to the, how to draw this line. You draw it from X and look at the past. It depends how far, the only time that you draw this line, make sure that it doesn't touch the red, the candles you're gonna draw on, it doesn't touch the red and it doesn't touch the first take profit. It have to be between. Let me just take this one, it's quite close. Let me take this one off. It's quite close to the stop loss. I mean, yeah, so we're just gonna use these three. But why I draw that one which was close to the stop loss is because of this candle. This candle haven't touched the stop loss. This one as well haven't touched the stop loss. That's why I did not. That's why I did draw that line before. So how far can you go? You look. You can easily draw one there as well, but that is also just close to the other one, means it doesn't make it, because this one you can draw a line there as well because it's between the stop loss and the first take profit and you haven't touched either of them. So you can go as far as you can, but as long as you find at least 4 or 3 lines, then you don't really have to go further than that. Does that make sense? Sorry, I don't know how to go back to the charts. The person who just asked me how far you can go. Does that make sense? Hope it does. Okay, good. All right. So this is the safe area to get into the trade. So from here you can ninja trade your trade, or you can just market execute and take 10 pips. What I mean by ninja trades is just like taking 5 pips, 10 pips. That's what I mean by ninja trading. And you can twin trade them as well, or you can just go into your first take profit and leave it till you are consistent and you have learned the rules. So then you can start trailing your trade. What I mean by start trailing your trade is so you went in maybe from there, or maybe from, let's just use the entry that they have given us, or yeah, so your stop loss, you put your stop loss there. So your trade, let's say, so let's say your trade have hit the the first take profit. So you can move this number, you can modify on your phone. You see now this was your stop loss. So you change your stop loss to that number here, or to the entry, so that you can break even, you don't lose or you don't make anything if the candle reverse back. Or you can move it a little bit so that you can have a little bit of pips. And when it hits your take profit 1, if it hits your take profit 1, so now it's on take profit 2, you can modify on your phone that number to be your stop loss, and then keep moving, and then you smooth as well. You can end up modifying on your phone with that number. So you end up making profit partially. I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's what I understand. Yeah.
Okay.
Moving. Yeah.
Okay. basically that's the 4 rules. One minute. Basically, that's the 4 rules. Let me go and find another trade, which is, because this one was a sell. I know this is a buy. So let me find one on the, for a sell. So as I was saying, the first rule, look for one, look for pattern that appears often. That gives you at least 90, 85, and 90, 80, 98%, 95% accuracy that it will end up hitting even the first take profit. So look for the one that appears. So as you look here, the shark shows more. So let's see if we can find the, that was the same trade, sorry. So let's see, another shark. Okay. And then see if it is a, oh yay, that's a sell. The RSI looks a bit messy. No, I would not even bother going in it. And look, it only hit take profit 1. Nah. If you look at the RSI, it can tells you a lot already. You see that how messy that is. If you are quite new, you don't want to get into something, you just look for something simple that you can see visibly. Make your eyes get used to look for simple things. Don't look for thing that is too complicated. Let's just look for a shark because it shows more. So there is another one here. Okay, let's just try this one. I'm not sure how it looks like, but let's just look for another one. Let's look for it. So first thing, as I was saying, the first rule is to look for them, or look at the market, which is the pattern that appear often. And then after that, when you look, if it is a buy or a sell, on here is a sell, X and D is on the high side. So, and then as well, that can tell you that it's a sell. The entry is on the top here, and the sell stop is at the top there, and take profit is below, and that shows you it is a sell. So we're gonna draw those lines. As I was saying, you don't have to really draw this line, but it's just to make it visible for yourself. And you just make a habit just to get into something, and then till you know what you're doing, you can just stop drawing the lines. But it just makes it quite easy. So you draw the lines, and doesn't look like there would be a good dimension here, but yeah, let's just draw it. So I use the arrow. You can use the trend line. You can use the trend line if you like, but I always use the arrow. So I draw from X to D, and then I'll go to the arrow again, and I draw my RSI. I draw it from X to D. So anybody what do you think if you look at the RSI now and the do you think it's a good trend, good trade or not a good trade? Anybody? Yeah, I got 2 people answered. Yay, 3 basically. Okay. Not a good trade and Tomiki. Yeah, true. Yeah. Yeah, no trend. Yeah, there's no trend there. Perfect. And another one, why it's also not a good trade. just one more trick on the RSI. If we look at the RSI, so it have touch there, it have touch there, and touch there. That's 3 times. That's 4, 5, and the whole of that. So that's not really a good trade, but a risky person who wants to take a risk, they can still go and just look at the harmonic scanner itself, and maybe there will be, if we draw the support and resistance, might give you a quick entry and you just make like 5 pips, 10 pips kind of trade. But if you look at the RSI, it's quite horizontal. It doesn't, and then plus that it have touched so many times on this trend line when you're drawing it. So it doesn't give you a good confirmation there. So the third rule, we're gonna do the high lows. So because it's a sell now and it's from the top, we're gonna look for the high lows to draw the support and resistance line. So when we are looking, so you remember that when I was on the previous chart, I was looking for the red candles. This time I'm going to be looking for the blue candles. So when I'm looking for these blue candles, I'll make sure, let me see where's the stop loss here. The stop loss is quite far away there. So what we are looking for, the candles we're going to look for, it shouldn't touch the first take profit, and it shouldn't touch the stop loss. By the look of these, we're going to have to go further in the past to look for it. Oh no, we can still look for it here. When we are looking for these, what did I draw? Okay, so when we are looking for these high lows and to draw our support line, let me just make it a bit bigger. Sorry guys. If I open it, it becomes too big, and then it's too small, I can't see. So you draw the lines from X to the past. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back on my trend lines. I'm gonna look for a horizontal line. So, so the first candle I'm gonna draw is just right there, is where, just close to the entry that we were given. So the next candle, we are basically, just remember, we are looking for the blues, okay? So the next blue is there. Let me make this a little bit thinner because it's quite, no. Okay. And then the next one, they are quite close anyway. So the next one is there. The next, it will be 3, 1, 2, 3 candles. They are there. So they're quite close to each other. So the next one, I would say, is this one. How many lines do we have here? 4. That could be enough for us. If you want, you can go further into the past, but if you look at it, they are quite far away. So these 4 would do for us right now. And then what you will do next, you look for your triangle just to see where you can enter the next trade. So it have touched the first entry. You could have jumped in it by then, or you could have put a pending order and it was activated. But no, I would say it might not have been activated because you normally, you wait for it to touch the D. The candle have to touch that green line before you know it's a good trade to get in. And then the second one, you look at the candle, if it's going your direction. So far, if you have missed, you haven't really missed because there's 2 entries. Can you see, guys? So they gave us 2 entries here. That's entry 1 there, and then another one here. But if you have missed both of those trades, here where we have drawn this support and resistance line, you can still get into that trade by market execution. You could have ended there. There's an entry number where you could have put a pending order, or this one. If you have missed that, you can enter at any of those lines where we draw support and resistance line. Why? Because in the past, it shows in the past it have touched those places, means it's a good time to get to enter, and then you can just do a market execution. So you, as a newbie, just go for take profit 1, or just go for like 10 pips and twin trade so that you can make your money. And what else? So this trade is still going. It's just gone back to your, as you have seen on the RSI, I think when it hits your take profit 1 or your 10 pips, I would not even go further than that in this trade. But as the entry there, the entries were quite good to enter, but the RSI doesn't confirm that to us. Can we do a live trade? Yeah, you can do a live trade anytime, but I don't think not today because it's Friday and we're going into, and it's a bank holiday today, and then we are going to a weekend. So maybe another time we can do a a live trade. Why not? And then we can just draw these lines and then put it on and see what it would bring us. Why not? So for newbies, as I said, just go for take profit 1, or just calculate. If you know how to calculate pips, just go for 10 pips. How to calculate the pips as well, let me just quickly now, because we are going into a shop. So if you have entered, let's just say at that entry, at the first entry, to calculate your pips, go to settings, and I can't see that stop loss anyway. Let me just leave it there. I would just say maybe 20 pips. This is just guessing because I cannot see the stop loss there. So you put, it's 20, you put a 0. Just to round it up, you put another 0. So if you were going for 10 pips, you just put a 10, and to round it up, you put a 0. So, and that's how you will calculate your take profit. That is just small take profit. But if you have twin trade, you could have made your money and you are out of that trade long time ago. That is just if you have ended at that entry. And if you could have stayed in, you could have even put it from there, and then you put this number there. Let's just put that number. Go to settings again. And then instead of putting just 10 pips, you put the take profit 1 on there. So you can tweak it here anyway, I think. Because I don't know how many pips are those. So let's put that number. That's 4. No, sorry guys. That's 5. I'm looking at the wrong one. And a 2 and 5. So if you have ended there from that one, and then you put your take profit there. So that's how you calculate it. You can calculate it in pips, in numbers that you want it yourself. You can tweak it here. That's That's 58, almost 58 pips from that entry to that entry. So you can change the pips here. You can put any number. If you can make 330 pips if you want. So you make 300, and that would be from there to the 30 pips. So you can keep tweaking it, but you can calculate it here. This thing that looks like a scale, that's where you will calculate your pips and take profit and all that. And why I use that one, because why I use short is because we are into a sell. So yeah, does that make sense, guys? In the chat box, does that make sense? Okay, good. Basically, that's all the 4 rules. Is there anything else that you guys want me to go through, or you didn't understand? In the chat box. Okay, it looks like everybody have understood. Okay, hello, Frances.
So through to the Champions Cup semi-finals for the first time since 2007.
Frances, do you have a question? Okay, that's a no. Okay, let me quickly go back through the rules before I close down. Yeah, why not? Yeah. We can have another one next week as well, so that we can get used to these 4 rules. We can have one, yeah, we can have another training next week. So, first rule. Okay, there's another question or a comment. Yeah. Yeah, definitely we'll have another training, even next week, definitely. But not at the beginning of the week. Thank you. Okay, so you have to make a decision. Do you want to do a longer trade or 15 minutes trade? First thing, yes. As I was saying here, they are the brokers. You choose which broker. If you have one of these brokers, you can just go through their scans, but it doesn't really matter. But you just have to compare if it is the same as on your phone, because you are trading on your phone, okay? Not just, okay, the market says this, let me go on here. Look at your phone first, because you're making money on your phone, or if you are trading on the computer, whichever. This candle here might even show blue, and on yours is showing red. Trade according to what your phone is saying, because that's where your money is. Okay, guys? So first rule, look at the scan. Look at the patterns that shows up too often. That will give you a high probability. Right now, on today's one, what was showing more is the shark. It doesn't say every time it's the same thing. Okay, guys? And then you have to make, are you gonna trade the 15 minutes or the hour? Sometimes it's best to also look, if you see a trade on the 15 minutes, if you can look at the hour, what the hour is telling you. Is it the same direction, or if it is the same direction as the day? First rule. Okay. Yeah, draw the lines. Okay, the fourth rule is to draw the support and resistance. I think the fourth rule goes more, the third rule and the fourth rule goes together, really. Yeah, nice job. Yeah, perfect. You got it really. It's just the fourth rule is to draw the support and resistance. I can put those rules later on. It's just I don't have them on the computer. I could have shared it right now, but I can put them on the chat, on the WhatsApp group later. And as we're gonna do this often as well, I think every week, maybe if I have enough time, we can do it twice a week so that we can get used to it. Because as I'm teaching, I want you to guys to get it as well so that we can teach each other, so that we can multiply. All right, guys? We need to make money. So second, look at the higher time frame. Just see if it is also say if it goes the same direction. But most of the time, look at the pattern that shows up more. But decide: are you gonna trade 1 hour, 15 minutes, 4 hour? You decide. Be consistent with your decision as well. And after when you have chosen, let me choose another one quickly because this is gonna be a last one. I think they're gonna cut us off this Zoom in a minute as well. Second, draw the lines. This is just for visibility. It's not really a rule. Just to, you can look at it and you can go without drawing the lines. But for me, it's just a rule so that I can be consistent with what I'm doing. And as well in the web analyzers, so many of the educators on web analyzer, they do the same. The one that teaches the dimension as well, they draw these lines a lot. So you draw this line on the harmonic scanner. Oh, sugar, sorry guys. So you draw that line, and then the second line on the other side, you draw it at the bottom as well. Because you have drawn this one at the bottom, you draw it at the bottom as well. If that makes sense. Don't do it the opposite, the other one on the opposite way or something, no. Okay, fine. As quickly as I have drawn these, what do you guys think? Is it a good trade or not a good trade? A quick one before this Zoom cuts us off. Even one answer will do. Okay, no answer. Okay, fine. So second one. What was the second one? Yeah, the second one, we draw the RSI. So the third one is to look for the high lows. And then when we draw these high lows, we look from X to the past. Okay, so we go at the back now, we can move the harmonic scanner out of the way. So you look for the horizontal line. So when we are going into a buy, we look for the red candles. So we won't go for this one. We can go for that one here. This one here, we can go for that one and that one together. And the next one, another horizontal line. They are very close anyway, but I'm still just gonna draw it. So that one. And then the second one is that small one. Oh yeah, that one there. That one here, and that small one there. And I saw another one. Okay, that one there as well. So these two, and that one here. No, that I have touched the stop loss. So we are not really counting that one, but it falls with this one. So we got how many lines there? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's enough for our support and resistance line. So that, and I can take my triangle, rectangle. I can draw that there. That's a safe way to get in. So the that's a safe way, but some people will not really get into this trade. Why? Do you know why you would not, even if you got these lines that you have drawn as a support and resistance, do you guys know why you wouldn't even go into this trade? Quick one before we shut tonight. Anybody in the chat? Okay. Yay, nice job. Yep, true. Okay, nice job have said it have touched the stop loss. The line have touched the stop loss. So it have touched the entry, but in the end, you have touched the stop loss. So you wouldn't really get into this trade. Even you got this support and resistance line, you wouldn't get into this trade. So now we have two confirmation that we don't want to get into this trade. So we have the confirmation about the RSI. Sorry, that's a wrong kind of stupid drawing. Let me draw it again. So the confirmation, the RSI is the same direction as the harmonic scanner. So another confirmation that this trade is wrong, even though you have done your support and resistance line on the high lows, on the lows are the red candles. So it have touched the stop loss. So it's not a good trade. And then if somebody have went in there, conservative or aggressive, basically an aggressive trader went into this trade, could have hit his stop loss. No, take profit one, lucky, but it have dropped down. If you have entered this late and maybe you thought, okay, fine, let me just get in because of this zone. So, and maybe you went for 10 pips, or you went for your take profit 2, or you went for take profit 3. So this have reversed and hit you out of the trade. So, but if you have went in quickly as an aggressive trader, maybe you went in by this candle because it shows you like it's going to that direction, and you have taken take profit 1, you hit the take profit 1. But if you went for take profit 2, you are out of this trade. So learn your these 4 rules. It will work good for you guys, but you have to keep repeating and repeating and repeating and be consistent. But don't be afraid to fail, because without failing, you will not learn. Okay. I think I'm done for tonight. If there is any questions in this chat, please. No questions. Okay. Okay. 2. Let's see. Where will there be another session? Yeah, we can do 1 or 2 next week. Depends if I'm free. Next week we can do 2. Because I want us to be consistent with these rules, because it does work really. I will see my schedule next week, and then we can do, maybe we can do 2. Let me do 2 next week. Let me do two training next week. That's it. What do you want to say here? What do we... Okay, sorry. Let me quickly understand you. What do you mean? Go the opposite way. Yeah, the lines have to go the opposite way. Okay, thank you, Liz. Well, thank you, Edward. I think next time we should do the training together, Edward, because you are an expert in these. So what do I mean? The lines have to be the opposite. Okay. Okay. What do I mean? What do I mean? What do I mean? Let me quickly say what do I mean. Let me quickly draw, get out of that trait because it's quite messy. Okay. So what do I mean? Okay, let me quickly draw these lines again. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just going to draw. But now you guys should know why I'm drawing these lines now, okay? Just for visibility. Okay, I draw one down there. I forgot who asked anyway. Who asked that question? Okay. Why do we draw this line? Why do we draw this line? Okay. Oh, the opposite direction. So what I mean is like you draw that line, this line that I'm drawing underneath there, and the line I'm drawing under here. See here, they are going the same direction. This line that I have drawn here and this one are going the same direction. What it have to be is like, if this one is going down like that, this one should go a bit higher. So that's what we mean, it have to go the opposite direction. Does that make sense? Toyin, I think. How do I get this chat back? Oh, Mercy, yeah. Does that make sense? Okay, good. Yeah. So it have to be opposite direction that shows dimension. That's why I will look into IMO TV because there's somebody who teaches the teacher dimension as well, because so that you guys can go and watch a bit of repeat on the dimension as well, because that would be really helpful to everybody. I'm not 100% sure who teaches it. I'm going to go through again. I know somebody does teach them. So please, guys, let's make use of IMO TV. Let's make use of what we are paying for, which is the education. Let's go through the basics. Let's go through the basics, not only up to basic 4. There's technical, there's intermediate 1 and 2, and advanced. Please, let's go through all these. And mindset. Mindset is very important, guys. If we can go through mindset, harmonic scanner is here, geometry, market geometry is there, very, very important. Somebody said something. Yep, true, Edward. Yep, 100%. I am all education, my dear. This is what we are paying for. This is what we are paying for. We don't want to just get a fish by swipe trades and stuff like that. Let's get to know how to fish ourselves. And then we have to teach people, our clients and business partners, everybody who's going to join into this team, we have to teach them. We have to transfer the knowledge that we get so that they can do the same. That's the only way we can build our residual. Who got paid today? Yoo-hoo! Okay, guys, mindset, very important, very, very important. Before you do anything, mindset, watch the mindset. Even before you won't go to harmonic scanner itself, watch a bit, even one, or even the mindset or success, watch all these things. Watch that. Anyway, let me say goodbye before I start talking too much. Good night, everybody. All right, bye. It will be in the group anyway to say when we're gonna do another trade. Maybe we can do a live trade and see. Yeah. Okay, guys. Good night. Can we do weekends? Yeah, we can do weekends. We can do weekends. Why not? We can do weekends. We can do weekends. Yeah, I would just check my schedule. Yeah, we can do weekends as well. Weekends would be good. Maybe if we do it on a Sunday before, not before the market opens, and then we can just do on a Sunday, and then we look at the trades that could be good for us to get in. Yeah, if it is a weekend, let's do it on a Sunday, maybe. And then yeah, that would be good. That would be good. So at least we can all go into the same trade. If we lose together. A learning curve, learning curve, learning curve. All right, guys. Let me leave you guys. Good night.